one point they even had Forbes go back out there. Were you surprised that happened?
Yeah, they were rotating. And they was kind of mixing up coverage. They was kind of mixing it up on third downs. I don't want to give nobody any ideas, but so I'm going to leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Y'all see I lost my voice. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I want everybody to tap in with Big Print Champs. Get it all. Hurt season hats, ski mask Howie shirts, everything you need to stay in tune, stay in step for this season. You know what I'm saying? Streaming the music, do that. Underdog Fantasy, do that. Tapping with Philly Sports Trips, do that, man. All the people that support me, I only rock with them because it benefits us. We 7-1. We 7-1. The Commanders always play us tough, man. This is the last time we're going to see them this year. I don't want to totally rag on them. I don't want to totally say they trash, they this, that, and the third. The Commanders always play us tough. But before I talk about the team we just swept, the turkey burgers we just scraped off the grill, let's talk about Jalen Hurts. I believe this was Jalen Hurts' first 4 touchdown passing game. I'm not sure, but Jalen Hurts was phenomenal. This is Jalen Hurts' 6th straight 250-plus yard passing game in a row. The first time in a stretch. He adds 4 touchdowns to the tally. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts is balling. No interceptions. You know, the best game of Jalen Hurts' season by far. It started off a little rough. We always let the Commanders get a lead out on us, but Jalen Hurts was able to right the ship. Jalen Hurts was able to correct deficiencies, and the Philadelphia Eagles went on and started to, you know, make moves and get some type of separation and come back in this game. You know what I mean? Now, 2 fumbles in the red zone. I think one went to Hurts, the other went to Kenneth Gainwell. This game would have been over had those situations not occur. But Reed Blankenship on the defensive side of the ball was able to get the timely interception, and that went a long way towards us doing what we got to do and securing this victory. A.J. Brown, man, history was made. 1K, AJ, always open. 6 straight 125-yard receiving games. Breaking Megatron's streak. A.J. Brown is having one of the all-time greatest seasons from a wide receiver in NFL history. We don't talk about Eagles history. We don't talk about NFC East history. We ain't talking about NFC East. We talking about history. NFL history. No other player has done what A.J. Brown did today. Smitty had a day, almost had a bean, 99 yards, touchdown. Jalen Hurts was finding dudes wide open. The Philadelphia Eagles reign supreme. 7-1. We looking around at the landscape of things. I think the defense need to tighten up, because how do you know what I mean? How can you justify doing what you did to the Dolphins and then going out there just looking like a flat tire on that side of the ball against the Commanders? But again, I don't know what it is about the Commanders. They always play us tough. Bayard, you know what I'm saying, didn't really do nothing too crazy, but we still got to understand where he is in his transition to being this guy. Bayard is also, at the end of the day, learning a new playbook, learning a new scheme, learning a new system. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you all, James Bradbury fans, I'm a James Bradbury fan, but it's looking like garlic bread on broil. It's looking like garlic bread on broil. You know what I'm saying? With a slight thin layer of butter on it. He looking like burnt toast. There's 2 weeks in a row. But Bradbury, this is why I wouldn't give up on Bradbury. Bradbury is not a player that you can consistently pick on. You know, and Fresh told me this today. You can't consistently pick on James Bradbury. When I seen they was starting to do that, he almost got that pick 6 on him. So Bradbury is highly intelligent. Although it may appear he's losing a step, he's still highly intelligent. You know what I mean? You got to be careful when throwing to a wily vet like James Bradbury thinking that it's sweet. You know what I mean? But as of late, I can't argue nobody that's saying it's looking a bit toasty on that side. You know what I'm saying? Hope Slay is okay. He went down kind of dinged up, forcing a critical incomplete pass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, our boys did our job. Our boys did their job, man. I saw all the Eagles fans in attendance, man. Everybody that ran into me, man. We take pictures. That's what we do. I'm definitely a man of the people. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all that old feel that a lot of these new guys don't. I'm a content curator. I wish I was still a creator. You know what I'm saying? But I've evolved to a curator. You know what I'm saying? When we see each other, we're going to take a picture and we're going to post that picture because it's art. You know what I'm saying? Being an Eagles fan is art. So, you know, at the end of the day, I want to say shout out to all y'all, man, that I seen today. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips for getting me in the building. You know what I'm saying? Getting my man Dom in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man, that came out, man. You know, it was a great team win. You know, this is our second home for real, for real. Great team win. My man caught Jalen Hurts sweatband. You know what I'm saying? We just went out there and did our job. And, you know, when you do your job, you end up 7-1. Let me know what you think in the comments.